My name is Olivia Richardson, and today I will lead you as we look closely at the piece Blackburn. A brief activity will follow our long look, so make sure you have access to some drawing utensils and paper. The 7-color lithograph made in 2002 by artist Ron Adams depicts a black man in a studio running an edition of prints while a white patron admires or perhaps inspects his work. A New York cityscape is visible from the studio window. This black man is renowned printmaker Robert Hamilton Blackburn. Blackburn, who grew up in Harlem, was heavily influenced by movements such as American social realism, Mexican modernism, European abstraction, and of course, the Harlem Renaissance. Robert Blackburn was the first master printer at Universal Limited Art Editions in New York. Later in 1940, Blackburn established Printmaker's Workshop in New York, still in operation today. It is unclear whether the print is set in the Printmaker's Workshop or Universal Art Editions, as both are located in New York. Ron Adams was a commercial printmaker, educator, and independent artist. Born in Detroit, Michigan in 1934, Adams was no stranger to the Mexican muralist movement. That's evident in this print. Adams' attendance at the University of Mexico reinforced the style in his practice. He worked for Gemini Gel Press, a prestigious print studio in Los Angeles, where he moved from assistant printer to master printer. Adams departed Gemini in 1973 and started his own press, Hand Graphics Limited. For several decades, Blackburn and Adams were the only two black master lithographers in the United States. Blackburn and Adams created space for other black printmakers simply by being present in these ultra-white environments. When existing in these spaces was no longer enough, both carved out space for themselves and others like them by starting their own presses. This print is Adams paying homage to his fellow printmaker, a known name in the print community who is affectionately referred to as a printmaker's printmaker. This recognition is colloquially known as giving flowers. To give someone their flowers means to honor them and their legacy, usually given to those who were or still are extraordinary but have gone more or less unrecognized. As a black printmaker, this piece was one of the first times I had seen historical record of black printmakers. I was overwhelmed with feelings of pride and joy. What does this print evoke for you? Does it make you think of another artwork where you felt seen? Perhaps it makes you think of someone you greatly admire. For your activity, you will be making a bouquet of sorts to give to someone you'd like to honor. Your bouquet could be constructed with words, color, imagery, movement, etc. Get creative and use whatever materials are at your disposal. When completed, I encourage you to give your honoree their flowers, if at all possible, as it is always better to give thanks and recognition while the person is still among the living.